What's up guys, XRP Charts here with a quick video update. Hope you all had a good New Year's and Christmas. I had a nice little break away camping and yeah, good to unplug for a bit, but we'll get stuck back into it now. If you were on Twitter yesterday, you saw I posted a MABS retracement target which was hit overnight, which is fantastic. For those of you who haven't seen MABS retracement before, it's a theory that I'm developing based on higher price highs and lower MACD highs. The theory basically says when we have a period of higher price highs on the price action and corresponding lower highs on the MACD, we can reasonably expect the price to retrace to a level that is consistent with the first indent before the highest peak on the MACD. So we take this indent here on the MACD. You can also verify it down here on the histogram as well. And we just extend a line up to the candle on the price action to below, and then that is the price range that we should be looking at for it to retrace to at least. That being said, it doesn't work all the time, but probably around 75% of the time it's bang on. And you can see that we broke through it yesterday. I don't mind if it drops below it because it means that all our orders are going to get filled. But historically, if you check out that, it works on just about any time frame. Well, it does work on any time frame. Just go back and have a check through any chart. Doesn't matter if it's crypto. You can apply it to Apple stocks. You have a look at the weekly, the 4 hour on Apple stocks. It predicted a drop to at least 175, and we've gone down below that as well. So it's just a good little tool that I like to use, and it's about the only time that I break away from my 13 and 55 EMA strategy. If I see this bearish divergence setting up, it gives a good indication of where we're going to retrace. You can use it in conjunction with Fibonacci retracement. So if we take the swing low and swing high there, you can see that our retracement level was just about on the 618, which is pretty popular for traders as well. We actually retraced down to 786. So yeah, we went through a little bit more, so traders were happy to sell it off a bit more. I was happy to be able to make about 11% on my trading stack yesterday. I used the margin trading in Kraken to actually short down to the 382. I got out of there quickly, and then I just waited to rebuy my XRP back down in this range down here, which hit overnight, which was nice. So that being said, I was hoping that we were going to get a pretty decent bounce from this area, and it's just not looking great at all. I thought we would start to be up around this level at the moment, but you can see it's even dropping further here. There's a few people on Twitter that are quite bullish. I just cannot see it at the moment. If we have a look on the daily, this is the chart that we've had going for a few days now. If we look at where we're at, right, so this 55 EMA, this blue line coming down here, has just been a brick wall for over 2 weeks now. We just can't bust through it. As a trader, you've got to, at what point do you just go, hey, we're not going to get through there? The 13 EMA was acting as support as well. We've busted back through that. This purple rising support line, the triangle, we busted through that. We're coming back up to test it now. We've already tested it this morning. We're actually just dipping back below. So the MACD looks like it's about to cross down as well. I mean, there's a few Elliott wave counts that show we could move up this way, but at the moment we've got this purple line resistance, 13 EMA resistance, 55 EMA resistance. We've got this descending red trend line as resistance that hasn't been broken in over a month. We've also got a possible top of a channel here that is active resistance on that last week. Then if we manage to get above that, we've got this upper triangle resistance, which is the line from the two highest peaks since the bull run, all-time high. So there's lots going against us at the moment. My bias hasn't changed since I've come back from Christmas break. I still think towards the end of January, February, we're going to be down around this, 23-cent region. I think we're just going to follow this channel or this descending or falling wedge, and we're going to end up down around here. The one bullish scenario, the most bullish, and it really is a lot of hopium, I think, is that we have this inverse head and shoulders pattern. If we manage to break above this sort of 41-cent region, traders could be enticed to just bust through these, the channel and the triangle resistance, and using the head height method, we're up around the 53, 54 mark up to this 0.5 fib region. So that's the bullish scenario. Look, I'm in XRP at the moment. I'm trying to work out where my best exit would be if we start to, if we're not putting in any volume and we're looking weaker. If we go to our 4-hour, let's have a look here. So with our strategy here, you can see that, where's the little thing? You can see that we're actually crossing over bearish again with the 13 EMA dipping below the 55. So using our 55 and 13 EMA strategy, we would usually see how close we can get this 13 EMA and then sell, assuming that we're going to continue a downtrend. We may not even get there. We're not sure. For me at the moment, I mean, there's resistance here that we've come down with Tesla. We've just been rejected there. So I will probably be setting a stop loss below the lowest low here. Now that we're in this confirmed downtrend, we've got to assume that we're going to continue the downtrend. That's just the way that the probability of the system works. If we do manage to get back up here, we've got about 20 minutes till the daily closes, or 13 minutes, and on the 4 hour as well. If we manage to get back up into this region, that'll give us a little bit more hope for a push up. If we close the daily candle below this resistance line and this 4 hour resistance, it's going to be, it just changes the sentiment a bit as well. If we do manage to get back up and start putting in some good volume and some good gains, another possible sell point will be up here at the top of this resistance as well. But yeah, at the moment, it's not looking fantastic. Anyway, we've got volume is declining as well. Yeah, you can see on the MACD here, I've got written, we rarely create two green humps. It's not to say that we don't sort of rebound and rally like we did here. We did put we've got a second win there, and price action as well, but then we fell off there. Majority of the time, once we cross over down into this red section, we see a sustained period, and we've been holding off here quite well, but the crossovers, it's probably only 1 or 2 days away. It could be even sooner if this decides to bucket out. So my bias hasn't really changed to bullish at all. I can't really get bullish until we get up above that 40 cents. So my plan at the moment, I think, will be to set a stop loss below that lowest low. If we go back to the 15-minute chart, I'm just seeing if there's a possibility of an extension here at all. I mean, that could, I'm just trying to see even if this may even be something like this, with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's kind of, on the 1 hour, it's pretty well defined as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just 1, 2, 3. Look, there could be the slight possibility that we do something like that as well. It's a tricky one today. But what I tend to do is if I'm not sure, I'll just sit in XRP. All my trades are geared at just accumulating more XRP. I'm not bothered about the US dollar amount. This is just my account for accumulating XRP, so I don't want to risk losing any. If I'm unsure, I'll just sit in there. But if we do drop below this lowest low, that would be my yeah, probably the place that I'll trade if we drop below there. But we'll just see how we go. All right, guys. Sorry that wasn't much help today, but yeah, it's more longer term stuff. I think we're going to see some more red in January, unfortunately. Cheers, guys.